Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're making millionaire shortbread. Let's show you how to do it right now. Okay, so this is going to start with actually mixing up our shortbread biscuit base for our millionaire shortbreads. Now I am using a 10 inch by 10 inch by 2 inch baking tray. It's an aluminium tray. I've buttered it and I've put some baking parchment in, and that is going to, with a little bit of overhang because we need to be able to pull it out. That is going to be our tray. I've got flour in here, in with a pinch of salt. Now it's salt to taste. We're not using salted butter, it's unsalted butter. In with our sugar. Now you can use a stand mixer for this, like I've said before, but it's just as easy to get your hands in and make it. And we're just going to bring it all together. Turn it into breadcrumbs. Now the idea of this is to have a crumbly base. Now if you've seen the shortbread video already, you know that this shortbread is going to be absolutely perfect. So we just need to bring all this together nice and gently until we have a breadcrumb biscuity. A lot of people put an egg yolk in millionaire shortbread too. And it's like a millionaire's recipe really. This is really rich. But you know, your shortbread, if it's mixed up properly with the sugar and the butter, you'll have a nice crumbly base which will come together already. You put it in your tray and then we make our caramel. Put the caramel on and then melt some chocolate over, and we've got that millionaire's shortbread immediately. So it's up to you whether you put an egg yolk in. I don't usually bother, but the choice is yours. So we're just starting to bring this together. Now what we're after is a crumbly biscuit mixture, but we want it to come together a little bit, you know. That's going to come together all right, and it's going to be crumbly when it breaks up. Now different levels above sea level and all that carry on. If you have to add a little bit more flour because you think it's too buttery, put the flour in. We want a crumbly mix. Now some people need this on the countertop. I don't even take it out of the bowl. I can't see the point in doing it all on the countertop when you can just do it in the bowl and it's done. That'll do. So take your tray and we need to put our biscuit base in there. Now I am breaking it up, as you can see, because we need to get it into all the corners. This is why I'm saying I don't think it really matters about rolling it into a big ball, to be honest. So just tuck it in as best you can into the corners, and then we're going to squash it down. So just squash it down a little bit with your fingers. So the way I get this reasonably flat, I take a measuring cup and I just push down, flatten it out. Now you can use anything you want to get it flat. So there we are. I don't think I'm going to get that any flatter than that. I'm going to bob this in the air fryer. I'm cooking in an air fryer today. High Sapienta 24 litre air fryer, that's going in there. Okay. In fact, what we could do with preheating this for a couple of minutes. Not too long, so we put it on. I'm going to go for the bake setting. So it's on the bake setting. I'm just going to switch it on for now, and it's on 140 degrees, but what we need to do is warm up the oven just a little minute. So we'll let it warm up for 2 minutes and then we're going to put our shortbread in. We've got this a couple of minutes. It doesn't need any more than that. It's a superb oven for warming up. Our shortbread in there. Now we want to be cooking this 140 degrees for about 45 minutes. Let's set the time. Because we're cooking it on a low temperature, we're setting it for a higher time. If you were cooking this in the oven, a normal regular oven, 170, 180 degrees depending on your oven, you could get away with cooking this for about 25 to 30 minutes tops. Oh, there we are, we got the end hot. Okay, there's our shortbread biscuit in the bottom there. It's firmed up quite nicely and we've got a little bit of brown in there, light brown. Let it cool down. When it cools down, we're going to slap on our caramel. So we just need to put that to one side and we'll make our caramel. So in our pan then, we've got our butter and we're going to chip everything in here, warm it up, cook it down. And we're going to go in there with our condensed milk. Now this is sweetened condensed milk, so it's quite thick. In with our brown sugar and in with our golden syrup. Now this is a lot of sugar and stuff in here. Keep it moving. We do not want this to burn. So we're just going to melt all that butter in there. Everything's going to be melted together. We're going to make a lovely caramel sauce. So what we're going to do, we're going to swap in between a spoon and a balloon whisk. You know, we've got this little whisk here. Give it a little whisk round. Now we are going to eyeball this because if you had a thermometer you could do the temperature to about 220 and it would be okay. But what we're trying to do is just thicken this up so we got a little caramel which will be pourable over the top of that shortbread. Now you can eyeball it, there's not a problem. You can't leave it, you got to keep stirring it because if not it will burn on the bottom. Okay, we got this lovely gooey mixture now. All we need to do now is get it in there. Okay, working pretty quickly with whatever you've got. Get that into the sides. This is going to start to thicken up. Now don't get it on you whatever you do. This stuff is red hot. Okay, so we've got our caramel goodness on top of our shortbread there. Let it cool down. Give it about 20 minutes and then we're going to stick it in the fridge. And then we'll make the chocolate to go over the top. Okay, that has cooled down sufficiently. That looks absolutely superb. Now what we need to do is crack on and get on with some chocolate. We're going to make some chocolate. There's two ways you can do this. You can do it in a bain-marie where you would take two pans, or you take a pan and you put some water in there. You'd heat it up with the pan over the top and put the chocolate in, or you can stick it in a bowl and microwave it 30-second intervals till it's melted. The choice is up to you. So we are going to do it the old-fashioned way, but I'm going to use two bowls actually. We're going to put about an inch of water in there. Now you can do it with a pan, you can do it a bowl, whatever you want to do. Get the flame on. Now this is going to get really hot. Now the next bowl cannot touch the water at all. It has to sit above the water. We're going to bob that in there So as you can see, the chocolate is starting to melt in there. Because it's Millionaires, we're going in there with some cream. About a third of a cup. Stir that in. We need to take our Millionaire shortbread and go straight over there with our chocolate. Taking our angled spatula, let's have that chocolate spread on there. If you want to make it really smooth and everything, crack on, make it smooth. But if you want to put like a wave effect on and then chuck some salt over. Just turn it round. And that will do just fine. So this is where we take some natural sea salt. You know, chocolate and natural sea salt, perfect match. And it depends how much you want to put on. Well, let's get some sprinkling of the sea salt on there. So that's it. What a fantastic Millionaires shortbread. Got to get it in the fridge, cool it down 20 minutes, and then we can cut into it. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Oh, presentation's down to you. Just pile them up there, show them off. Oh, the chocolate's melting. Look at chocolate on my fingers. But you know, there's one good thing. You can always lick the chocolate off afterwards. I mean, come on. Look under there. Perfectly cooked underneath. Beautiful, beautiful biscuit. What does it taste like? Oh man. Ah. Soft caramel, dark chocolate, short crust biscuit, Millionaire shortbread made. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video. And you know, that sea salt on top of that dark chocolate, amazing.